What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video we are doing this makeup look right here, and it is the Foxy Cat eye. I don't even know how you guys want to call it, but I've been seeing it all over Instagram and I loved it. I am so excited because I loved how it turned out, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. So if you guys are interested in how I got this look, then just keep on watching. But before we get started, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click the notifications just so you don't miss any of my uploads. Enough of me talking, and let's jump right into the video. We are going to start off with our eyes. The reason why we're starting off with our eyes is because we are going to be smoking it out, and I don't want any fallout, especially like on my under eyes, you know, on my concealer and all that stuff. I don't want this look to be messy on my face. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start with prepping our eyelids with the e.l.f. concealer. Just going in with a small brush. I honestly don't know the brand of this brush, and it doesn't even say. I want to say I got it from Five Below. I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure. And then with my ring finger, just continue to press it onto my skin. Then moving on to my Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, we are going to be going in with the same brush that I used with the concealer, using this shade right here. It's called Unity, and we're going to apply that on our lid, kind of like a base, and just to set the concealer. Moving on to our Amrezy palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, we're going to move on to the shade OG, and going with Mikasa brush E230, we're going to apply that right onto where we would apply eyeliner, this right here. And we want to lightly apply it. When I get to this part, to the wing part, I like to just kind of flick it, just because we don't want it to be too intense there. I'm not bringing it all the way in. I just want to go in like halfway of the lid. Then moving on to 1988, and it's a little bit of a darker brown. Going in with a corrector brush. It's a lot thinner, and it's just so that we can be a little bit more precise. So we are going to be applying it more onto our lash line. And then again, like where the wing would be, I like to flick it. Just going in with the first brush that we used for our first shadow, that we used for our guide. We're just gonna blend it together, kind of smudge it together as well. Then going with a thinner, more angled brush, we are going to be applying BK, which is the black, and we are going to focus this one a lot closer to the lash line, so right here. We want to do more of a straight line, so not, instead of going like this, kind of like rounded, we just want to do straight because we want that elongated eye. So just like this. I am not going too thick either, because once we go thick, you know, we just continue to apply more and more and more and more, and then we've got like a whole thick liner, and we don't want that. We want this to be very, very subtle and very thin. I focus more of the product, this part right here, and then move this way, and then turning my brush with whatever is left over, kind of flicking it out. We are going to go in again with the first brush that we used for the first shade as our guide. We're going to blend all three shades together just to smoke it out some more. Then going with our very first brush that we used for our lid, we are going to go in again with the lid shade, which was this one right here. And we are going to reapply it onto our lid. I feel like once we applied the shadows, the darker shadows, my lid got a little messy. So we are just going to apply it again, just right here. And just tap it in. Moving on to my mascara, I'm using the Total Temptation by Maybelline. I want to apply the mascara more towards the side. So instead of normally going up, I want to do it this way. Kind of going along with my liner. Now that we have our eyes semi-done, I was gonna apply lashes, but I'm gonna do my foundation, and I hate when like loose powder gets on my lashes. So we're gonna leave that for last because we're not completely done with the eyes. So we're gonna move on to my favorite primer. I'm going to hide some of my funky pores. My pores that just tend to show. And for foundation, I'm going to be mixing 2 shades together, and that's going to be my favorite NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation with the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk foundation. Just because my NYX foundation is a little on the tanner side and I have not gotten tanned. Moving on to some contour, we're going to be using the Ardell contour stick. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. 16-hour combo concealer. I realized that it stopped recording, so I already set my under eyes, applied concealer and all that. Moving on to some bronzer, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the shade Saddle. Moving on to some highlight, we're going to be using the Shein Gold Bronze Highlight and the Wet n Wild Mega Glow. Moving on to some blush, and we're going to use this shade right here. It's like my go-to. I always use this one. Using the Real Techniques 403 brush. Moving on now to our brows, we are going to fill them in. I'm not gonna use pencil this time, which I haven't used a pomade in so long, and that's what we're gonna be using today. But I wanted to try it out on my laminated brows. So my brows are laminated. I laminated them about like 2 days ago, and I wanted to see how it's gonna look with pomade instead of pencil. I personally really love how it looks with pencil, and I'm taking it back to my favorite pomade, and it is the Milani Dark Brown Pomade. I just want to do hair-like strokes, so just on my sparse areas. I'm just pressing onto the tip just to make it a lot more fine and just kind of stick together. And going in with my e.l.f. brow gel, it's tinted. Just gonna brush my brows. Going back to the eyes, we are going to be doing the inner corner liner. We're gonna go back to the Amrezy palette, and we're gonna go in with BK using the same angled brush that we used earlier for the black shadow. We want to be as precise as possible. We don't want to go in too long in the inner corner. We kind of want to take the eye form that we already have and just make a small line. So I have my brush like this and just going along from my natural eye line or guide. I don't know how to explain this, okay? But I don't want something too long. I'm not trying to make it too dramatic. And I'm doing very light motion. We are going to move on to some lashes, and the lashes I'm going to be using are custom made. My sister made them. They're going to be perfect just because they are longer from the end, and it's just going to help continue to elongate our eyelash. I went ahead and applied some mascara just on my outer lashes, so like this part right here, and I did it the same way that I did my mascara earlier. I went to like the side. I did the same thing with my bottom lashes, if that makes sense. I'm going to be using the LA Girl Perfect Precision lip liner in the shade Cafe. I'm going to lip line our lips. And moving on to my Sheen lipstick in the shade Mocha Latte. And moving on to some lip gloss, I am using this lip gloss that I got from Drina Simone. I love her glosses. They are amazing. I just had to get my hands on another one, and this is her newest. And I'm so excited to try it out. This is my first time. I just love the packaging. It's so cute. I don't remember the name of it, but I will link down below her Instagram, her Facebook, and her website where you can purchase your very own gloss. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like watermelon. This gloss is like so, I don't even know how to explain it. So smooth. It applies so smooth, and it's like so light. It's very good, and it smells amazing. I am so in love with this look. I cannot believe I actually achieved it. I was so nervous because, like I said, I've tried to attempt like the inner liner like this before, and it just did not come out cute. And now it's like voila. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope I was able to explain how I achieved it well enough. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and that you guys learned something new. And if you do recreate this look, please tag me on my Instagram. I would love to see how you guys do this. For the lashes, if you're interested in purchasing these lashes, I will link down below my sister's Instagram. Just DM her and let her know that you want to purchase some of her lashes. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.